Hello Movie Club Strikes Back, it's me Jenny and it's time for another review for you guys. This week's pick was from Baxorn and it was The Bride of Chucky. And my quick review for this film is I kind of enjoyed it. It's not going to be one of my favourite films. I probably am not going to watch it again. I can see why it is the cult classic it is. And I did kind of enjoy it, but I didn't really love it or really enjoy it. I like the fact that it's a very tongue-in-cheek horror film. It's very on-the-nose sexual jokes combined with lots of gore and violence. It's very self-aware of the gore and violence, and it's very self-aware of the genre it's in. It parodies the creepy dolls while completely and utterly immersing itself in the world of creepy dolls. People who are scared of creepy dolls, they're not going to enjoy this film because the animatronics and the voice work and the makeup and all of the effects that goes into these two animatronic characters are so well done. I said animated, I didn't mean animated at all, they're all animatronic puppeteering. They're so well done so that even if you're not scared of dolls, you can feel like they're looking at you. Even before like their characters come to life, when Chucky is being stitched up, it's like, oh, I feel like it's looking at me. Yeah. I think the voice acting is fantastic. There's a very young Katherine Heigl in this. I did not realise that she acted before Grey's Anatomy, but she's very young. I like how they completely and utterly put these two teenage characters in a completely unsolvable situation at the end. They're like, well, this is the detective in charge, and he's just gonna be like, yep, you're dealing with the supernatural, no one's gonna believe this. You kids go home, I'll work it out. I like the plot overall. It's very, as I said, it's aware that it's in a scary doll parody, it's aware that it's in a horror movie, it tailors to all of those tropes and yet says something new. It is funny, it's got a lot of like domestic references and tropes and romantic comedy cliches thrown into this. In fact, probably of the horror movies that we've had for Valentine's month, this is probably the closest we've had to a Valentine's film, because it is kind of this weird perfect romance film where you've got characters that are made for each other almost quite literally, but they don't necessarily get along perfectly, and some very disastrous gender issues that actually lead to the final crux of the film in a weird way. As I said, the voice acting is fabulous. The animatronics sell this film. They're so creepy. I remember having my grandparents' house, there was like a Chucky-sized troll doll. I hadn't watched any of the Chucky series, but this troll doll used to sit in the bedroom with his arms out, like big orange eyes and orange hair. And I refused to sleep in that room with that doll, so I can understand how being creeped out by dolls can affect you as an adult. Generally, it's a very enjoyable film. As I said, it's got a lot going on. It's very well directed. It takes a little while to kind of, like, you can tell when each of the arcs start and when each of them stop. It feels like there's almost like advert breaks. It feels like there's like a direct pause between each arc. You can feel them, like, and we're clicking on to the next level and we're clicking on to the next level. That's both a good thing and a bad thing. It's something that I noticed. Yeah, I enjoyed this film. Gore, not really my thing. Violence, not really my thing. Sexual violence, even less so. But entertaining and very self-aware. It even has a line about how we need at least 3 or 4 sequels to do this film justice, do the story justice, which was one of the, like, yep, you think so? I haven't watched any of the other Chucky films, but that kind of summed up the franchise to me. It's very clever, very entertaining. Not my favourite, probably wouldn't watch it again, but I can see why it could be very highly enjoyed. Yeah. I'll see you guys all next week for another movie review. Feel free to comment down below if you've seen this film, if you like this film, if you don't like this film, favourite point, best character. And I'll see you guys all next week. Bye guys.